Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my shop. Alright, today we're going to do some rearranging, and we're going to take the vet here and put it back over there in the service slot. A few things has cropped up now that I've been driving it a lot regular, and it's going to need some more repair. So anyway, stay tuned, and let's take care of some of these gripes with the 1975 Corvette Stingray. One of the gripes I've got is there's a ticking sound or rattling sound that I've isolated to the front of that timing chain cover. You can't really hear it right now because it's cold. It's when it warms up, I guess, and everything gets hot and the oil thins out, you can hear it pretty good. But I'm going to show you how I isolated it to that point. We're using this special tool, a long stick, all right? This is going to act like a sound amplifier. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to place this end between the fan belts, and I'm going to put it up against the timing marker. All right. That way, that's where I can mainly hear. Got to be real careful not to move it around, and you can take your ear and put it up on there. Of course, you won't be able to hear it. See right here. See, I'm listening. See, I can hear it ticking through the wood. I'm going to carefully bring this out. Anyway, it gets worse as it warms up. So we're going to have to probably end up pulling that timing chain cover. Here it's evident now. It's warmed up. Like the chain is stretched, perhaps. I don't know. The only way to know is to pull that timing chain cover. Oh well. All right, here's some goodies that constitutes some more work the vet will get while it's in its downtime. You know, if you followed along when I did my rear wheel bearings, you know that I replaced the rear shocks with some stock Delco not gas adjust, but Gasmatic shocks, and they've done good. I mean, they're fine. There's not a thing wrong with them. And I've noticed going down the road, now that I'm really getting a lot of good road time with that vet, that I got a little bounce up there in the front, especially after I hit some bumps. You know, the bounce lasts a little longer. Those Gabriels that were on the back, well, that's also what's on the front, so I'm going to guess they're the same age, so I'm going to figure those are wore out. Now, these aren't the top of the line KYBs. I think the gas adjusts are. These are supposedly better than stock, but close to stock, and so I decided to go with them. Stock's fine with me. I don't at this particular juncture, that car does not have an overpowering engine in it, so those will be more than adequate for the 350 that's in it. Another need I've seen is the rag joint. This is aftermarket. Of course, I think they're all aftermarket now anyway, so that's a shot of it. I'll show a shot of the old one here momentarily, but that's what the new ones look like, at least the aftermarket ones do anyway. So I'm going to be replacing the rag joint also while I have it up, and hopefully that'll take care of that front end. I'm really concentrating on getting the ergonomics on this thing because I am really enjoying cruising this car. So anyway. Down there's the rag joint. Now I don't know if that's original or if it's an aftermarket, but you can see it's in pretty rough shape. So he's going to get swapped in this scheduled downtime too. If you look right here, that's where I have the microphone for my hands-free Bluetooth telephone. We're going to reroute him and move him up to here. All right. And since I've got all this stuff off to get to that point, all right, look at that. That needs replaced right there too, that inside piece. All right, and I'm going to look at putting speakers in here. See, the cutouts are there. And but there's no speakers in there. I don't know if it's by design or what. And lastly but not least, no, this isn't lastly, we're going to get the tack working. I've decided that I would like a tack, and I've done some troubleshooting using an analog tack connected to the HEI, and it does in fact give the signal. And every now and then, I know I got a good ground because I got lights on that, and my brake light will light. And every now and then that needle will deflect, all right? So I know I've got power to it. So the wire is probably good to it. It's probably the board. And in order to get to that, the dash has got to come out. So anyway. Last but not least, we're going to hook those parking brakes up. Now, if you watched me, the series I did on replacing the rear wheel bearings, and the shocks, you'll know that I didn't have any brake shoes on this. There was no parking brake hooked up to this car. Well, while I had it apart, I put the shoes in there, and I've got the actuating lever tie wrap back, so it won't vibrate out, and it'll keep them in the proper park position while I've been enjoying my summertime cruising with it. Well, I've got the cable I need, the cable that runs between the parking brakes and connects to the pull down cable here about midway of the car. That cable is froze and locked up. I tried some tricks that I've saw on the internet, you know, YouTube and all that. I couldn't get it freed, so I just got a new one. So I've got that cable too back here on my shelf somewhere. So the parking brakes are going to get attention too. Now, I don't know what it's going to take at this point to get to that timing chain. I'm afraid that I'm going to have to pull that radiator. And if I pull it, I don't know. You know, you got to get to a point where you stop. But I'm really thinking about a little bit of hotter cam to go on this thing to take more advantage of the carburation and the exhaust that is really free flowing in it right now. It's a mouthful to say. But anyway, a cam, they say, could put 50 to 70 more horsepower in this low compression engine, just like that. 268H, I believe, a comp cam. So anyway, I'm researching that. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but I definitely have to do, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to do the timing chain in both gears. So anyway, that's laying out the future that's going to happen to this, and which means in the meantime, the 49 Chevy truck's going to get a lot of windshield time. So stay tuned, and we'll tackle each one of these one at a time and get it done. So I hope everything's going good with you and yours. Everything's going good here. Can't complain. Matter of fact, I got me a nice little gig I'm going to work this past October, which falls in line with one of my most favorite activities anyway, and that's Halloween. So I may include some of that stuff in here. So have a good one, and I hope to see you around on the next one. See you.